hit it with a little ghetto gospel now.
You want me to start it?
Go on, do it.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to the For a Laugh podcast.
Hello.
We're your hosts, Connor and Daniel. Lovely
We're
to
your
see you
hosts.
today.
Yeah,
How you
beautiful.
go? No, you can't answer that question.
What were you going to ask?
I was going to say, how you going to the audience, but they can't talk back.
Oh, I thought you asked me how it's going.
How are you going?
Oh, great. I feel pretty sick today.
Not like we weren't talking about it.
Like a
2
second
minutes
ago. Unless you said yours, I was going to
Tell
bring
me.
it up.
Yeah, well, you got to tell them.
It's funny because it's graduation week for us.
Mm.
And, I've worked so hard to get here. And I never imagined that I'd feel sick,
You'd feel
it's
sick on the
just-
graduation week.
Yeah, it's so
unlucky,
so shitty. It's
it's,
so terrible that this has happened. I got a
Yeah.
sore throat. I feel like dizzy in the head. Stomach's been a bit weird. So can't go around doing the normal things because I feel ill.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I get that.
still got to film every day and do this, and which is still fine. It's fine.
Get on
I
that.
love to do it.
Grind.
So got that grind. Are you good? Are you good, Dan? I should.
Yeah,
ask
I'm
you.
good. Look, man, I'm so excited for we've got graduation this week.
Yeah, we do.
We're high school kids. We're in last year of high school. Graduating this week. I am so ready to just get out.
Get the hell! I don't want to fucking
Get
go
the
back.
hell
Dude.
out.
I don't want to
do
go up
not
tomorrow.
wanna go
I don't want to go. I appreciate the fact that they're putting a lot of effort and all that, but
Yeah.
I do not want to go.
I
I
am
feel so
ready-
much better not being.
I am ready to just move the hell on with my life, man.
It's so much better when you're not there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So okay, so we'll give you a bit of. He's a general student. I'm what's called an ATAR student. It just means that I do the sort of state set exams and he doesn't. He gets to leave a bit earlier.
I'm like a month and a half earlier.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
because I got to apply for uni and everything, and he'll be, doing other stuff. But bottom line, this Friday we're both graduating and we'll both be
Yeah.
done.
And we
We'll
both have
be-
to go in tomorrow for our little chapel
and
service.
we have to go tomorrow. So today's Wednesday. We have to go tomorrow
Yeah.
for Thursday to
Get
have
a
our
Bible
final,
and a
final
candle.
chapel service where
Go
we get
religion.
a candle and a Bible, and they bless us. And
Yeah.
then on Friday, finally,
Mm-hmm.
we get to get out of there and leave once and for all.
And you're gonna dress up. What are you wearing, dude? I haven't even got mine yet.
Oh well, I'm gonna. Kat's actually going around tonight, and I'm gonna try and dress as Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, Donald Trump. Yeah.
Because I've got the suit, I've got my red tie,
Yes.
and my
I know you're
and
inspired
I've
by
got
him.
like a bit. Yeah, he's a big inspiration for me. He really does do a lot for me. I aspire to be.
I know you do. I know you
No,
do.
well, Kat's gonna come around to my girlfriend. Kat's gonna come around tonight and do my hair.
Yeah.
Put it in like a bit of obviously the shape of his hair.
Yeah.
And then we'll do makeup. We'll do like orange makeup and stuff on my face. And the suit jacket's fine and the red tie's fine. But yes, that's how I've been. That's how I've been. Let's get into some dang topics.
Let's do it. Go on. Hit it.
So the first topic, speaking of my girlfriend Kath.
Yeah, go on. Tell me. I already know.
Well, recently we went down to Mandurah for a bit of a holiday. Mandurah's like this is a little far away. It's not. It's like an hour away from where we live. It's a nice little place. Went to a little bit of a holiday house with her friend and her friend's boyfriend. It was nice little weekend. Had a bit of a good time. Had a bit of a hangout. It was good to just relax for a bit. Just have a weekend of relaxing, especially with school and everything. Like just to It was kind of interesting because that was kind of like, wow, this is what's gonna be like.
Yeah, the norm.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. This is gonna
yeah.
be what it's like when I'm done with this place.
Yeah, and it feels great as well, and that's even better when you feel
dude,
that.
oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I felt so free. I was like, oh, it's so nice to just have nothing. But so that was good. But the thing is, so we talk about movies, films, whatever, and yeah, it's me and Kath. We've been so she doesn't really know games or anything. She doesn't really know video games, and I'm a big video game fan, and Connor's a big video game fan as well. And
You've been hitting the classics, haven't you?
huh?
You've been hitting the classics.
Yeah, so me and Kath,
Yeah.
so she so a while ago, recently, I say recent, like a couple months ago, I played through Last of Us with her.
Yeah, brilliant.
Brilliant game by Naughty Dog. And she loved it, and I was so, because I love the game. I've played it like 4 or 5 times. I love the game. And I was like, it's a shame that she doesn't really play video games. She doesn't really know video games. So I was like, I'll play through with her, give her
Yeah.
the experience.
Yeah.
And even though she watched, like she can't really play.
No.
She's not very
Yeah,
coordinated.
you can still get immersed into it,
You can still absolutely
Yeah.
get immersed, and the characters and the way it's written, like it's such a good, in that sense. And so, I was really chuffed with that, and we played through that, and that was great. And so I thought, well, why not play through Uncharted with her? And that's also because that's also made by Naughty Dog, and I know she likes that type of game because obviously she
How many are
liked
you through now?
Last of Us. So we played the first two. We
Yeah.
finished the first two, and we're like a third of the way through number 3.
Inception, yeah. So, and then you got Thief's
And then we
End.
got 3 and 4, and yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Like, it's so nice. The thing is, it's so nice for me replaying them as a fan. Although it's interesting because the first one really is not that good.
No.
Like,
Yeah. I could never see myself replaying that.
yeah. Well, that literally
You'd
while
have
I
to
was
strap me
replaying
down.
it, while I was replaying the first one, I was like, I don't like replaying it. Like, I was like, I've played it once. That was enough for me for like ever, you know.
It's also a bad impression to start off the.
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
a BoJack series one. You know?
Yeah.
You hit with a first, you know, they're giving you the first one they ever got, and then it's
And
not
it's
as
like-
good as you would
It's
want
not
it
as
to
good as
be.
it will get. I mean, look, the second one is brilliant. The second one's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good, and I love the second one. And the second one was so fun to play through, but the first one was just kind of frustrating, especially when I was playing with Kath watching me, you know, because there are a lot of levels where either the design of the level is not that good, or the difficulty of the level is like ridiculously hard, or you know, and it's not something where it's like because you're bad at gaming or just because it's designed badly and they didn't really design a lot of that game that great. Like, I think it's it was good at the time and it was good comparatively to what was available then, and it was good for a PS3 launch title, but it wasn't, it wasn't that well designed, the story wasn't that good, and, it was just on the one island. But two was amazing to replay. 2 was so fun because you go all over the world and you see all these different things, and it's got a lot more of a cinematic
I'm for
quality.
Deception and just Thief's
And
End.
I love
like,
Uncharted 3 so
they're
much.
So
I love
good.
Uncharted 3. And I'm loving playing
Yeah.
through Uncharted 3.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It's great. It's great
so
to see
good.
that the final 2, in my opinion, personally, I think they're the
Are the
best.
best too, yeah. Same.
Yeah, and it's so good to see the 4th one is my favourite.
Yeah, that's
Isn't that
good.
great that
That's
they
good.
brought
Yeah.
out the final one? Usually you probably...
Usually you're a bit like,
Yeah,
"Oh."
it's not the best, it's not as good as it used to be, but it's so
Yeah.
good to see that the 4th one was...
Yeah.
I got so immersed into that game and
Oh,
I loved it, and I was so
absolutely.
frightened to play because these
Yeah.
characters that I love, I was
Yeah.
like...
Well, you
I
don't
was
want them to
worried,
die or to,
Exactly,
anything like that, and it's such a good...
I think it ended so well.
Such a great ending.
It ended
yeah.
so well,
Yeah.
and
It
it's
is
so
such a good
beautiful.
way to send off the series, and that's why I'm so happy to be replaying it.
Yeah.
But also not just that, to see it through her as a newcomer to the series. How she's replaying it. She's seeing it for the first time. She's learning these characters. She's learning the story. It's really interesting to see her getting to know that and everything. And it's funny because we played Uncharted 2, and she was kind of like, I was like, well, what do you think of the character? And she was like, oh, well, I liked Elena, like, she's quirky and I like her and stuff like that. And then she was like, Chloe's like alright, but she's a bit cheeky kind of thing.
Classic Chloe. Love her.
I love
Love her.
And so we started 3 now, and if you remember, Chloe's in the beginning of 3.
Yeah, she is, yeah.
And Elena's nowhere to be seen. And so Kath's sort of like...
Not for a while, at least.
Exactly. Kath's
yeah.
sort of like, what's
going on here? Hang on a minute.
And I'm like, don't worry,
Yeah,
I'll
they
explain when
explain.
it
Oh,
comes.
and it's so well explained as well. Like, I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
such a cool reason that they're not.
Yeah, I think it's an
Yeah.
interesting... Yeah.
And they take their time to reveal it. They're not straight up about it. They
They
literally
do.
take
They
their time.
take their time, and I think that... I personally think that they could have maybe explained it a little more clearer than they did, but I think they did it
Because I
in
actually asked you what happened.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
remember playing it and thinking,
Like,
I had to ask you the next one. And I was like, yes, I know this happened, but what does this
does
mean?
it
And what
really
happened
mean?
here? And
Exactly,
why
yeah,
didn't she have
yeah,
the
yeah.
ring? And sort of
Yeah,
that
it's
kind
a
of thing,
little
yeah.
bit... I think they could have been a bit more clearer on like what actually happened between 2 and 3. But I do love the way their relationship is portrayed.
Yeah.
In the third one, and how you can see the tensions there. So it'll be interesting to see her, because we haven't seen her yet. So it'll be interesting for Kath to see that, and for me to see her reaction and kind of relive my first. Because I don't know if you remember, like, I think the first time you play something or watch something is you can obviously never get that again. It's amazing for the first time to experience something like the first time we watched Breaking Bad or the first time we played Last of Us. Like,
Beautiful.
you can't obviously get that from watching it a second time, but it's fun because seeing her experience it through the first time kind of is the closest thing almost to me playing it for the first time. Do you know what I mean? It's like really nice to be showing her that and seeing her reacting to it for the first time, and then she's like, "Oh wow!" Like, and I'm like, "Wow, that's how I reacted the first time." I don't know. It's really fun. That's a nice. It's just so nice to be replaying. And then on top of that, so we've been playing that, and then we've also been playing one of our favorite
Yeah, love it.
TV shows, Scrubs, which
yeah,
we love.
boy.
Which
Love it.
Before I go on, quickly,
Yeah, get on.
I'm gonna give a bit of a shout out to Ryan.
No.
My friend Ryan.
Ryan, what, the fan of the podcast?
He is a fan of the podcast.
Who tunes
so
in every
see.
week?
He'll see. Well, I was Snapchatting him.
Thanks,
I was
boy.
Snapchatting him while we were recording. He said, "Odds on giving me a shout out." So
Oh, okay.
I'll give him a shout out.
There you go, Ryan.
Anyway, carrying on.
Yep.
So we're playing through Scrubs. Watching through Scrubs, and I'm again, it's the same thing. Like I'm loving being able to re-experience for the first time this show that I love and that I've watched like so many times, and I've just,
and it introduced me to, because that was a great
exactly,
thing you did.
and I really hope
That was
because
a
I
great
personally
thing
I
you
think
did.
it's one of the best shows, but also the best comedies. I personally think it's like the best.
It's done
comedy
really well.
because it handles comedy and drama so well. It doesn't, as much as it's wacky and over the top, it still manages to be grounded and realistic, and make you feel real emotions.
Oh yeah, I loved watching it, dude. I loved it. It was a lot of series, and it was a big commitment to start it, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a
But
lot.
it's definitely worth it.
Okay, I say one of the best comedy shows. I think one of the best, like 22 episode comedy shows.
Classic 22
Those long
episode,
form. Like
yeah.
I think BoJack's probably
Yeah, I was gonna say BoJack.
BoJack's probably the best
I love that show
comedy series
so
of all time.
much.
Yeah, BoJack's great. But we always bring it back
that.
to BoJack.
Sorry?
We always bring it back to BoJack.
Yeah, you got to. You should watch
Well,
that.
got
You
it.
should watch
It's
that.
such a
With
good- Yeah, well,
After Scrubs,
here's
chuck
the
on
thing. Well,
BoJack,
that's the thing.
yeah.
That's what I was planning. So after Scrubs, so we're on like season. We're halfway. Oh no, we're about 2/3 through season 2.
Okay.
We've only got about like 4 or 5 episodes left of season 2.
That's still
So
quite a while to go, dude.
We've got still quite a while to go, but we're getting
Jeez.
through it fairly quick. Like
Are you gonna watch
a couple,
Series 9?
no. Actually, I saw
I
it
just
on
found
iTunes.
out Dave Franco was in.
Yeah,
Scrubs.
Dave Franco
I
was in
totally
Series
did
9.
not think
So
of
for
that.
the viewers who don't know, Scrubs went for 8 seasons, and then it finished, and then it had a finale, and the writers treated it as the finale, and the show ended.
Which is beautiful.
And the network who owned it, ABC, they had picked it up. It was cancelled after season 7 by NBC, but then ABC came and picked it up for season 8, and they said, we're going to pay for that, we're going to make season 8. But the writers were like, great, but it's our last season. So they made season 8 as the last season.
And they're like, nah,
But
let's make
ABC
some
was
money.
ABC was like, well, we just paid for this dang thing.
Yeah.
We want to make some dang money out of it. So ABC was like, well, we want a season 9. And the creators were like, well, we finished the show. We finished it. Can we make a spin-off? And ABC was like, yeah, you can make a spin-off.
Bring in all the characters.
But here's the thing.
Continue the storyline,
It's
yeah.
like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
You have to call it season 9 because we want people to watch. So Scrubs has 9 seasons. The last one was made
9
as a spin-off.
series.
And as far as I know, the writers and the creators, they were all making it with the mindset that it was a spin-off. You know what I mean? They didn't realize it was going to be called season 9. And so they made it as its own spin-off thing. And then when it aired, the network said, well, this is season 9, because they wanted people to tune in.
Pathetic.
They were like, oh, if people thought it was a spin-off, no one would watch. And obviously, because that's all that matters.
Spin-offs get ratings.
Well, exactly. Yeah, it's not
Fuck
like
you,
it's not like a spin-off
seriously.
wouldn't have got.
It's so
good ratings.
stupid.
They were like so worried, like,
Oh no, yeah. Oh well.
they're not gonna watch
they're not
it.
gonna watch
if-
No,
if it's
spin-offs
something
get
different.
ratings. That's why
Yeah.
there are so many. Like Better Call Saul, like shit like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Better
It
Call Saul
gets
stands on its
ratings.
own.
Like,
Exactly,
fuck's
and
sake.
like
How do they think that's a good idea? Like,
I personally think if they had called the spin-off its own thing, it would have got a
Yeah,
second
no.
season.
Probably
Because
would
I
have
think
enjoyed it a lot
so
more.
many people went into it thinking. And here's the thing. Here's the problem: is that people who tuned in were people who loved the show on its own and wanted more of the show, and that's not what they got. If they'd said it was a spin-off, if they'd marketed it as a spin-off, people who knew the show and they were like, it's all right, I kind of like it, but I'm not a huge fan, they would have been like, okay, maybe it's something different. Like, maybe this one I'll like. And so it would have gotten a new viewer base, and the people who watched the original show would have been like, okay, I'll try it. It's not going to be the same, so I'll give it a go. You know, it's just, everyone went into it with the expectations that it was going to be classic Scrubs, and it was spin-off Scrubs. And that's
Clearly on a
that's
set,
why no one ended up
yeah.
watching it, because they were like, oh, so annoying.
Yeah.
And that's why it got cancelled. So it only has 9 seasons, and the 9th one is the last one.
That's 8 series.
Well, it only has 8 seasons, but
We're
8th one is the last
Daniel.
one.
It has 8. We don't count that series
What
9.
9th series?
What 9th series?
So no,
we
we're
don't
not-
count it. Have
Bottom
you watched
line-
it though? Have you full on watched it?
I've only watched like an episode or 2.
I've never watched it. I don't want to.
I haven't even watched
I never
an episode.
will.
I've watched like a couple of clips of the first episode.
And you're like, nah.
And I'm like, no,
Get it off. Turn it off.
And as far as I know, like, it's not that bad. And again, I've heard people say that it's a good spin-off.
But it's not. It's that series.
But it's not Scrubs. Do you know what I mean? It's different. It's not bad.
It's been hit with the series 9.
It's not bad. It's just different, you know? And the fact that they called it Scrubs is just false because it's not Scrubs. It's something different, you know? So, I don't know. But, yes. Loving the burps.
Love it.
So that's a bit of stuff we're doing, me and Kath watching through. I'm loving that. That's a great time. But moving on. I just want to talk about this just for a sec.
There we go.
I wrote this down as a bit of a topic. I don't know if this will be controversial.
What?
Not that it's meant to be
controversial.
But
controversial.
The other day we were cleaning up the garage because we both had parties last weekend. Mine was just for a laugh. His was his 18th, and I was cleaning up for my house. We were cleaning up our garage, and outside. So we were cleaning up our garage. We were doing it outside on our front. On our driveway, right? And we were cleaning everything and all that stuff. And then we looked across the road, and this woman came out of her house screaming in a fit. She was like crying, screaming, "Someone help me, help me. My boyfriend's hitting me. He hates me. He's got my dog," or something like that. And she was crying, and she had makeup running out. And so my mum and I and my dad were all cleaning up. And my mum was like, "Oh, we should go help." It was so weird, though, because we went like in a rush. We were just like, "Oh, we'll go have a look around." You know, we're kind of awkwardly. So we sort of just strolled across the street. We were like walking. Like, she didn't look like if she was in danger of dying, we would have ran. But like, she just kind of looked like she was, you know, screaming about. So we walked across. We were like, "Oh, you okay? You know, they're there." Sort of thing. You know, they're there. How you going? And so we would just made sure she was okay. She was like, "My boyfriend is abusing me. He has my stuff. I live with him. I just want to move out. He's not letting me. He's abusive. He's hitting me. Blah blah blah." And she was like, "He's biting me." I was like, "That's weird."
He was?
Apparently, yeah.
Jeez.
And she had like bruises and a couple of cuts and stuff. So that was weird. And then we like brought her across to our house and gave her like a glass of water and gave her a blanket. We gave her a blanket, like, you know, the classic. Like victim with a blanket, yeah. And well, here's the thing. So a couple of things. Like, we called the police.
Didn't show.
Well, her friend called the police. Like, the moment she walked out of the house screaming. So, like, as we were walking over, her friend was on the phone to the police. And they didn't show up for, like, 2 hours. They didn't show up for 2 hours.
Ridiculous.
Which is ridiculous. Yeah. Because if you phone the police and you say, "My boyfriend's abusing me," in the 2 hours that they take to come to you...
could easily have been killed.
You could just... The boyfriend could have killed you. Like, that's ridiculous. That
really shocked me when you told me that. Like,
yeah, so I was really surprised.
It's
I was looking at...
Really
so the friend of the girl who was getting hit, she had phoned 000, which is like 911 for us, 999, whatever, the emergency services. I phoned the local police because there's like a number,
like the ranger type
thing.
Yeah,
the ranger. Yeah, exactly. And I sort of said to them, because that's like if you need a police car kind of thing. That's like the local. Yeah. So I phoned them and I was like, we called 000, we called 000, we called the emergency services, and no one's shown up. What's happening? Like, could we get someone to come to try and sort this out, because she would like to get her stuff from his house. And a girl answered, and she was like, "Hello," and I was like, "All right, God damn it." And she was like, "Oh, well, look, we're a bit busy at the moment, but as soon as we have an available car, we'll get to you. I can't give you an estimated time, because I don't know how long they'll take, but as soon as they can." And I was like, that's just poor form. Anyway, so we were helping the girl, and the boyfriend and his friend, apparently he had a friend over, which is ridiculous that any friend would let you do that to your girlfriend. Like,
come over.
No, but I mean, like, if you're at your friend's house and he's hitting his girlfriend, like, come on,
you wouldn't stand for that.
Don't let him do that. That's just cowardly. Him and his mate and their dog went for a walk. Just went for a walk. And I was like, I went up to them. I didn't go up to them, but I went to the middle of the road, because they were on the other side of the road from us. It wasn't like a neighbor next to us, it was across the road. And so I stood in the middle of the road, and I was just kind of like, "All right, where you guys? You going for a walk?" And then he was like, "Yeah, just going to a mate's house." I was like, "Yeah, all right.
Don't mess with me."
Just kind of, I was just kind of trying to show him, like, yeah, we're making sure these girls are all right. And what the funny thing about this is that, because we were cleaning the garage, we were going through all my old kids stuff, like my kids' toys, and I had found a Power Rangers bracelet, and I was wearing a Power Rangers toy.
The hit 2017 film.
I was wearing a Power Rangers like device. That like when you touch it, it like does all these lights and stuff. I was like, yeah, exactly. That intimidated me. I was talking to him and I had my watch there. I was like, yeah, you know what? I can morph into something to whip your ass. So he went for a bit. She called her uncle and her mum. They both came around, helped her get her stuff from inside because she had a key. So we went inside, got all the stuff out, and then she moved out. And I think when her mum got there, they just waited for the police. We waited inside and. Anyway, like, I just wanted to bring it up just because, A, the police thing was appalling, that they took so long to get here. And B, as well, like, I think it was just really, like I said to my mum afterwards, I was like, that's really good that we don't let that stand on our street. Yeah, I was like, a lot of people would kind of be like, oh, they're having their problems, like.
Yeah, leave
but
it.
I was really proud of us that we actually, not to like, be like, look at me, but I mean, like, no, I thought it was good that we wouldn't let that stand on our street, And my mum brought up the good point. She was like, well, Dan, look, if I was screaming out the front of my house saying, someone come help me, I would hope that
someone would come,
Yeah. And I was like, I was like, you know what, that's good that we did that. So I just thought that was good. I thought it was a good thing. It was really weird, but it was a good thing. So anyway, that was something that happened to me. What's our next topic, Con?
Our next topic.
Take us. Oh, yeah. So I wanted to... So we
Good old Iron Fist.
This is just a quick one.
Prince Tyrell.
So
How did you not know this?
I didn't actually know this. So I watched the Iron Fist trailer, and I was looking at the actor, and I was like, I know who that is.
Dude, ages back, you said to Aiden, it's the same actor of Game of Thrones. So that's why I thought. That's why immediately I thought you would know.
You
have said it before.
That's so funny. I must have forgot that because I saw the trailer. I saw the trailer, and I was watching. I was like, this looks. First of all, the trailer looks great. We talked about that last week. Check out the podcast last week.
Go on, do it.
But yeah, so I watched the trailer and I was like, this looks really awesome. And I swear I know that guy. I swear I know him from somewhere. and then it hit me. It's the guy who plays Prince Tyrell from Game of Thrones. Yeah. The guy who
gets banished.
Yeah. The gay guy.
The classic gay guy, yeah.
So I thought that was cool. But on that topic, speaking of Iron Fist.
Hell yeah. Awesome news.
Why don't you bring us into this one, Con? I've had a bit of a time on the mic.
Daniel, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Who is going to be the villain for the Defenders?
I'm going to answer your question.
Go on.
With another question. Who made a cameo in the 2016 hit film Ghostbusters 2016 in the end credits?
What, the weird dog?
The answer to both those questions is Sigourney Weaver.
Boom. Hell yeah. What a great cast.
She's a great actress.
Oh, it's awesome.
Here's the thing that's
so
great.
Good.
Here's the thing that's great about that. Here's what's really good about that. Is that Sigourney Weaver is a great actress. She's brilliant.
Been in some great films.
Oh, she's such a brilliant actress.
Some cult classics.
Alien and everything. Like, she's just brilliant.
Alien,
and she's such a good heroine, But at the same time...
Far out. Okay.
What's so good about that is that first female Marvel villain.
True, I didn't even think
first
about that.
female Marvel villain, that they've ever had. And so it's like...
Shit.
That's crazy.
Jesus.
For their first, they have this strong...
Yeah.
Female villain, and that's going to be awesome.
Your mum calls you mid-podcast.
Poor mum. So that's great. That's awesome. That's such a good step.
And we're also getting Captain Marvel, so we've got a
we'll have a female
lead for
lead, exactly. Yeah, there'll be Captain Marvel, there'll be a female hero, and it's like, there's just getting more diversity, and I think they're finally starting to... Look, I mean, I know it's a Netflix series, so it's kind of like, there's not that level of risk. You know what I mean? If they had a movie, it's a different story, it's a movie, I understand.
A woman villain? No.
Yeah, the executive...
Not in this day and age.
Woman villain in a movie? No, just put her in a Netflix series or something.
Yeah, I get you.
But still, like, that's awesome. And if you look at the Defenders themselves, you've got a black guy, a guy who's disabled, right? Because
someone who has an alcohol problem.
Someone who has an alcohol problem and who is a woman. Yeah. So Jessica Jones.
True.
And then, obviously Daredevil's blind, disabled.
Yeah.
Luke Cage is black. And I mean, obviously, Danny Rand is Iron Fist is a white guy, but still, like, that's a lot of diversity, That's that's a lot of diversity in
Iron Fist,
the Marvel universe, which is great. It's great to see.
He actually used to play a gay character. That's
his level of diversity.
Marvel will be like, well, he did play a gay character in Game of Thrones.
He was a gay character.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's kind of diverse.
There you go.
But that's awesome. Like it's good to see that level of diversity because it just means that it'll be a better dynamic. Like, how much more interesting will that be to see?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because these characters are different. These characters have different upbringings, different backgrounds, and it's just going to make the banter more interesting and the amount of fun we can have with this series.
Be very interesting.
You know, like, because you think about, there's a woman villain. Like, you think about Luke Cage and you think about, like, Daredevil and all that stuff. They're going to probably have trouble trying to fight her because there'll be a level of, obviously, oh, it's a woman.
Can't hit her.
Can we? Exactly. And I think that's such an interesting thing to play out. And like Jessica Jones will be like, of course I can hit her. Like, you know, because Jessica Jones is just who she is.
Jessica Jones, yeah.
But it'd just be awesome. It'd just be so good to see that level of like.
I think it's very interesting. I was very happy when I saw that. I think it's really cool.
She's such a great actress as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. She's been cameoing in some great films this year. Love it. I love it.
That's what's a shame, is that she was in Ghostbusters. I feel like I always find it a shame when you see actors that are so good being underused like that, like having to cameo in shitty films like Ghostbusters. Like, they're good actors. Give them a good role.
You mean you're not excited about the extended edition Blu-ray?
What?
There's an extended edition on Blu-ray for Ghostbusters, which it's like 15 more minutes, and it includes
Ultimate Edition
4 dance scenes.
Oh my word, that's ridiculous. Dance scenes.
You know how there was like 2 in the film?
God's
They
sake.
extend those 2, and there's like 2 extra ones.
That is
They're
ridiculous.
just dancing. They're just dancing around their bloody.
That
you know,
is
like,
so
oh, we catch ghosts. Let's have a fat jam. You know, like I love it. It's just, you can't get better than that.
That is just ridiculous.
It makes you want to buy the Blu-ray just to get that extended edition, that extra 15 minutes of a glorious film.
They already screwed up the movie. They already screwed up.
It doesn't need to be any longer.
No.
And they're just shitty scenes that they didn't put in the film because they thought it was bad.
Yeah.
And if the film's bad, then you know that the fucking deleted scenes are going to be even worse. So why would you want to see more?
Goodness.
Pathetic.
That's a shame.
Pathetic.
Look, overall, she's finally getting a good role.
Yes, true. It's been a bit of time, but
yeah, it's been.
Well, we don't know if it's going to be a good role yet.
I think it will be. I think
you can only hope.
I'm gonna go to the cameras, but we're gonna segue into. It was your birthday recently.
I know. I'm 18. I know. I'm 18.
I'll give you a celebratory one.
I spent $50 on alcohol yesterday.
You spent how much?
$50 at the pub.
$50 at the pub.
Yeah, because they have these really nice bottles of cider.
Ridiculous.
Well, I call it cider. It's strawberry and lime and mixed berry.
Was it not really cider?
It was so good though, dude. It was just. It was like it was $15 a bottle. $15 a bottle, and I got like 2 of them, and I got like 3 Jackson Coke.
Yeah.
And I was loving life yesterday. I went down with one of my good friends who we don't get to talk much anymore, so we decided we'd go down and do that once a month, which is lovely to hear.
Once a month?
Yeah, you heard me. Once a month.
Awesome.
Just for a good catch up. And I came home and I wasn't drunk, but I walked in and I was like,
that's really good.
How's it going?
That's awesome. That really is awesome.
And I think as someone who told me this week, so she said that I was feeling ill because I've been drinking too much. Because I drank at Declan's on Tuesday, I drank at mine on Saturday / Sunday morning, and then I went yesterday, which was Tuesday.
I'm not like a drinker. I like to think that I don't drink unless it's socially. Like,
you drink to forget. That's what I do.
I drink because I'm depressed.
That's what it is. No, I totally agree. I don't do that either.
Like, I wouldn't drink alone. Like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't.
Yeah, like I wouldn't
drink if I wasn't with anyone.
Like, I got a case of Corona.
Yeah.
And I'm saving up for the UK.
Yeah.
And my family came up to me like, "Do you drink Corona?" I'm like, "Nah, not really."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Look, we'll buy it off you if you want for $40." And I was like, "Yeah, fuck off." You know, I said, "Can I at least have 3?"
Yeah.
You know, take a few. You know, I mean, look, I think I should just stop the drinking for a little bit because I'm feeling really shitty on the inside.
Yeah.
Not mentally. You know, just I'm just feeling really shitty. Like,
yeah.
You know, and I think literally when I went out drinking yesterday, it numbed the pain for it. It was the best. It was just the best like medicine because it numbed the pain for like 2 hours. But then when I came down, it
was even worse.
I felt really shitty, you know, and like I felt like
You
the
know what,
alcohol
that's
didn't
cool.
help. What?
Alcoholism.
Well, you know, it's an ongoing problem.
Is
But
it's something you got to deal with. No,
Yeah.
I agree. Like I had, Declan's on last Tuesday. I didn't drink that much. I drank a bit there. I didn't drink too much.
I was trying to steal mine off you because I fucking ran out of
You
my
did.
own
You were,
drinks,
weren't
didn't
you?
I?
I had about like 6 or 7 there, which is not. That's like all right. Good. I had it over a few hours, like as well. That's the main thing. Like I had 6 or 7 between like 6 and 12 p.m.
That was a great night, though.
So it was like a long time. But so I was pretty fine for that one. And then Friday I had like quite a bit. I had about like 8,
Oh, we know.
like between 8 or 10. But then at yours, I had like 13, 14. I like. Oh.
You were a walk-in bloody.
I
loved it. Like you can see in my little vlog I put up today when
Yeah.
Daniel and Declan and Aiden took over the camera.
Yeah.
You
Check
can
it
just tell that you're
I was
flying
gone,
high.
man.
You're
I was
fucking
like-
you were loving it, dude.
Oh my word.
You were loving it. Like I know, and I think that's great. And I think
Look, I had a good time. But like I couldn't do that every day. You
no,
know?
not at all. And I feel like that's what my immune system. I was very stressed for the party, and
Yeah.
I'm very stressed for uploads and editing, and it's been a very stressful time. And I feel like my body's just. I think it's died on me a little bit for that fact. I feel like it's a bit of
Just saying,
stress.
like, slow down.
Yeah, and then I've been drinking
Yeah.
too much, and that's the thing. And it was all worth it because the party was great. I was really happy with how it went, and we've already planned the second one, and that's set in stone. You know, that's gonna be very exciting. And
Round 2.
yeah, round 2. Hashtag round 2. Calm the Hannum. Yeah, exactly. You know, that's just before I go to the UK because I wanted to say goodbye. Because I'm not going to be here for Christmas or New Year, and
Yeah, man. Yeah.
you know, and then I had a really good night, and I was surrounded by lovely people, and you know, it was just
No, it
was a good time.
That's good, and it was a good time. It was great. It was really good. I do get what you mean. I just want to bring up, that is really good though about the whole once a month thing because that's such a good way to see her outside of school.
exactly. Because I literally said to her yesterday, I was like, we should do this once a month because we really won't
it's
see
a good way
each
to
other.
catch up. Exactly, because I have a lot of friends. I am exactly like I have a lot of friends where it's like I want to see them and I'm good friends with them, but you know we don't have really opportunities to see each other. So it would be good to make a thing like every month. Let's just get a coffee or let's go out for a drink or let's do something.
Meet up, yeah.
To keep, and that's why it's like obviously we're gonna see each other anyway, but we have this
Can't get rid
podcast
of me
now,
that easily.
and it's like you know. Obviously, I would like to think we would see each other. You know, we would still socialize, but we do see each other more now that we have to do the podcast together.
Have to.
You know, not have to. Sorry, have chosen
I'm forced to do it.
Have chosen to.
Yeah.
And I like it, and I'm glad we get to see each other more. Now that we're doing the podcast.
Oh, it makes me so much happier.
Exactly, and so I think having something like that, having some sort of schedule where it's like, you know, you schedule to see the person. That's great, and that's awesome. But no, like, dude, it was a great weekend. It was a lot of drinking, but like, it was fine. I had fun, and we both had fun, I think. So,
my liver didn't have fun.
My liver is not having fun right now.
My insides are not having fun.
On Monday at school, I was like,
dude, I know.
every now and then, it was pretty fine, but like every now and then, I was like,
oh,
like I just had like a shake almost,
Yeah.
you know. So that was weird, but nah, I'm feeling fine now. But I do get what you mean. Like, I think there's a level where your body just kind of goes like, slow down.
Yeah,
for a
I
minute,
feel like it's all
you
the
know?
stress and just.
And I think as much as like I had fun doing it, then I'm not gonna drink, you know, too often. I don't think. I'll just do it like every couple of weekends.
Oh, yeah, I drank on my birthday
you know?
as well. That's another day I was drinking. Even though it wasn't too much, I was
Drinking during the
drank
week
that too.
on a Monday.
Yeah, dude, getting drunk on the weekday, like fuck, dude. It's,
Yeah.
well, I've got nothing too big on at the moment, so I guess I could do that. I guess I could.
Yeah.
So no, it was good. It was good, and
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
Nah, that's
I'm happy with
awesome,
it,
though.
boy.
Oh
you wanted me to bring up the turntable, didn't you? That was it.
yeah.
Under the Connor's birthday segment.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna take
Yeah, you bought it.
me and a couple
You
of
helped.
Connor's friends, we love him to bits, and we wanted to get him a present he'd really like. And so we went to the shop. We all chipped in, and we bought him a turntable. We bought him like a little vinyl player. We bought him a vinyl and a speaker for it, and yeah, we knew he'd like it because he
Lovely.
wanted one for a while. This guy, he wanted to get one for a while.
Yeah, did.
They didn't have the, you know, he was focusing on buying other stuff like the microphone and everything. So, And it was great. It was. I hope he liked it, and I think he did like it a lot.
Oh, I love it a bit, dude. I've not stopped using it.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
I love it a bit,
awesome.
dude.
It's so funny because I bought when we went to buy you your speaker, I bought one for $7.
Thompson.
I bought a turntable for $7.
It looks very professional.
Oh, it looks so professional. I don't think it's gonna work, but I had to buy it.
Where'd you get it from?
Bought it from Target. It was
I knew I saw it.
It was one of those like discounted 20 times. Like it has so many stickers on the front because of how many times it's been discounted.
Jeez.
Well, I saw it and I was like, 7. I have to. Like that's a joke. Like I was like,
if it works, then
I was like,
fine.
because I love comedy, I have to buy this. You know what I mean? Like that's just too funny to not buy. So I bought a $7 one at the same time that we bought your really nice one.
It is lovely.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you're liking it though.
It's beautiful, dude. I'm having so much fun with it. I'm loving it.
Because I've got some vinyl, so I need
You do.
I need to either
both Tarantino
get my
soundtracks.
$7 one working, or
you need to get a speaker first.
Buy a proper one. I do need to get a speaker. Yeah. So moving on from that.
Love it. Go on, Daniel. Hit me with some facts.
Well, I'll just I'm gonna wait right there while I'll just do the camera stuff, but then I'll come back. We're gonna move on to a segment called Dan's Fun Facts.
And while Daniel goes to change the camera, Connor's gonna do some filler.
Connor's gonna do some filler right now.
Okay, so I want to talk about how I'm feeling right now. I've got a strange feeling right now. I feel very shitty. I think, God, I feel like I've got, I don't know, my stomach's hurting a bit. I've got like strange feeling in my throat. I graduate tomorrow. Well, it's half a graduation tomorrow, I think you should say. It's kind of a graduation. It's the first part of it. I have no energy to do that. And get ready, guys, because we're about to switch cameras. Boom. Switch camera. Welcome back to Daniel's 750D. Boom.
On the audio, nothing changed. So
No.
you guys on the audio
As per usual, the audio never changed.
As per usual.
Love it.
The audio is the same. But yeah, just I'm gonna check the cameras and working fine.
Such a twat. What are you doing?
I don't know really. Anyway, look, listen.
Go on.
Stop. Look, listen. It's a Zelda reference. We're gonna move on to a little segment called Dan's Fun Facts.
Boom. Go on.
Dan talks about a bit of fun facts that he.
Lay it on me. Go on.
Now, first fun fact, the
Yep.
funnest of facts, perhaps. Connor, you're a David Bowie fan.
I am. How'd you know?
Just a lucky guess. You are a David Bowie fan.
Yeah.
You are aware of the song Life of Mars? Heroes? One of his songs.
What with Major Tom?
There is a character referenced in one of David Bowie's songs called Major Tom.
Mm-hmm. Space Odyssey.
In Space Odyssey, that's the one.
Yeah.
Major Tom is in fact reference to Tom Hanks. Little known fact. This is all fake.
Am I supposed to say, because I know for a fact it's not real, I don't know if I'm supposed to pretend to act like it is.
Little known fact, David Bowie and Tom Hanks were really good friends.
Then what happened, Dan?
They had a falling out.
No.
They stopped liking each other. That's why the classic
Major Tom dies, is that why?
Is Major Tom dies in the song.
Yeah.
Bowie killed him off.
No.
He didn't want he wanted to take Tom Hanks and kill him. That's Dan's first fact. My second fact
Go on.
for today involves David Bowie as well.
No.
David Bowie is a stage name. It's not his real full name.
So what is his real name, Dan?
Look, it's irrelevant what his real full name is.
Okay.
My point is, the fact is, the way he got his name, David Bowie, on David's first couple of shows, he refused to bow. He would play his songs. He would play his songs and just stand there, staring at the audience. And you know what they said, Con?
What?
They said, bow, 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 bow. He wanted to reference that. He was looking for a stage name. He didn't really know what he was going to call himself. And he thought, you know what?
You know what?
Audience is always calling me Bow. Why don't I just call myself Bow?
Hey.
Wee.
Where did David come from then?
That's his name, mate.
Oh, okay. Okay. Righto.
You know where David came from? He was a big fan of the biblical story, David and Goliath. He was a huge
That's
fan.
my favourite.
He was a big reader of the Bible. He read it in his spare time. Whenever he flew a jet,
He references it in
whenever
all
he
his
flew on a
songs.
jet specifically, he read
Yeah,
the Bible.
he referenced that.
Those were Dan's fun facts. That was a nice little segment.
I love it. They were great.
Next week, I'll have much more fun facts. Actually, quick last little fun fact. We were speaking about the liver. Did you know the liver's called the liver because, in fact, back in pirate times,
Yep.
when they killed people, they'd cut them open just to check because they were curious, you know. Doctors
Well,
hadn't invented stuff
who
yet,
wouldn't?
so they wanted to know what was inside people. Pirates would cut people up, have a look inside, and the way they cut them up, they could only find the liver, right? They weren't smart enough to look in the other parts of the body, so they would cut them up, look at the liver, and, you know, it was the only organ they could see, so they were like, surely this must make you live. Arr! Right? And that's how it got its name. They would pick up the liver and say, hey, this be the organ that makes you live. Arr! And that's how the liver got its name.
Are you sure, Dan?
Let's
Are
just
you
say,
sure?
I can say with like 65% confidence that fact is 100% true.
Well, speaking of liver, again, our friend Daniel Schiller delivers. What does he deliver, Dan?
Pizzas.
He does, yeah?
Yeah, he does.
So on Saturday night at the party, I asked him if I say, do you do liver?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yeah, we do. I said, no, do you do liver? Do you do liver? And he's like, yes, I drive them around. I'm like, no, not do you deliver, do you do liver?
And that just went on.
And then he just didn't get it.
He doesn't get it.
And I
No.
would never have liver on a pizza. That's fucking disgusting. That is terrible. You know what else is disgusting?
Yeah. The Walking Dead.
We've got.
Is that where you're going?
Yes,
Are we
that's
trying to
exactly where I was
segue?
going.
Yeah.
Dude, like.
So our next little topic.
Of
You know what?
course.
Yeah, properly
Of
is disgusting.
course.
AMC's like confidence and reliance.
They're grabbing that
on The
money.
Walking
They're
Dead.
like,
They.
how can we get more?
AMC sees Walking Dead and they're going, you know, they love The Walking Dead
They
to
love it.
bits.
They love it.
They can't get enough. Walking Dead is a popular show, I think you could argue.
Yeah.
And it's one of AMC's most popular shows. And it gets
Unfortunately.
huge ratings. It gets like 20 million viewers, you know, ridiculous stuff. And
Just shows how fucking sad our world is.
and the thing is, so it's a hard hitter, and the way that TV usually works, especially for shows where they air their first episode in the fall, so in like September, October, and then they finish up in like, you know, March, April, May-ish, as you do. So usually the way it works is that TV networks will have a show and they'll put it on the air. Well, they'll agree to fund a season. So they'll say, okay, we're going to pay you to make a show for us for a season and we're going to air it. And then we're going to air it and then people are going to watch. And because we play adverts while they watch, we get money from the advertisers and that's why we're billionaires. And so...
So true.
Anyway, that's usually how it works. I don't know. So that's how it works. They say we're going to pay for a season. And then what happens is during the season, they look at the season, they go, how's that going? Like, how's the season doing? And then if it's going well, they're like, okay, you know what? We trust you. We're going to pay for you to make another season after this. And that's so that the writers know that they should write the finale to be open for a second season. And
Like
you know,
that
all this
great
other
finale
stuff.
we got this year. Was it last year? I can't remember.
It was last year, yeah. No, it was this year. It was this year.
Yeah, it would
It was
be.
in
it
May.
would
It was in May.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Anyway, because The Walking Dead makes so much money, AMC knows that they need it, right? Breaking Bad's not on the air anymore. Better Call Saul's on the air, but that doesn't have...
That's a spin-off. Why are we watching
That doesn't have a huge viewership, but at the same time, even when Breaking Bad was on the air, it didn't have a huge viewership either. Mad Men's also off the air. So, like, two of AMC's biggest hitting, most critically acclaimed shows are gone. They need something to rely on, and Walking Dead is absolutely what they're relying on. And so, you know, they can't rely on Low Winter Sun.
What that
Do you remember Low Winter
one
Sun?
series?
Do you remember it?
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
Breaking Bad had its final season, AMC were trying to pilot a show
God.
called Low Winter Sun. It was in its first season. And
Yeah.
after every Breaking Bad trailer for the final episodes, like they'd release a trailer for the final episode, and the way the trailer would end would be like, watch Breaking Bad after Low Winter Sun on AMC. And they were trying so hard to sell it, and they were trying to piggyback it off Breaking Bad, and it didn't work at all.
That stars Morgan, doesn't it? Didn't it? It starred Morgan, didn't it?
Morgan?
Yeah, like Low Winter Sun. I swear.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yeah, that's it. No, not Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Morgan from Walking Dead. That's what you're talking about. I knew it was a Morgan from Walking Dead, not Jeffrey Dean.
Yeah, not Jeffrey
Morgan
Dean.
who plays the guy Rick talks to.
Yeah.
What's his name? From Clear. Rick. All I see is red.
Yeah. What you mean the actual main cast Morgan?
His character's named Morgan.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Actor's
Lenny.
name
It's Lenny something, isn't it?
Lenny
Daniels.
Lenny James.
Lenny
yeah,
James.
It,
Wait. Oh wait.
So
wait.
Lenny
Lenny James.
His
Boom.
character is Morgan on The Walking Dead. There we go.
There you go.
Confusion is fixed. He was in Low Winter Sun and it failed. Anyway. The
Hey,
point that we're
Dead,
trying to
must be
make.
good.
The point we're trying to make is that
43% on Rotten Tomatoes.
yeah, so Low Winter Sun did bad, but AMC needs a show that makes them money because they don't have Breaking Bad, they don't have Mad Men, so they need Walking Dead. And the thing is that now they renewed Walking Dead for season 8.
They did.
And season
I
7
couldn't be any more
hasn't
excited.
even started yet. Like,
Don't want it to.
season 7 hasn't started. I don't want to even watch season 7. No, so season 6
I will
finished
for a while.
season 6 finished in May, and it was already renewed for season 7. And because they already knew it was renewed, they wrote into the script this
Classic cliffhanger.
this bloody cliffhanger,
Which everyone loved.
which
was
fans
so well
were
received.
universally angry about because it was ridiculous and stupid, and it was clearly
Yeah,
just
people still tune in.
it was clearly a plot to make people watch. They were like, "Oh, we're not going to tell you. You have to come back." You know, they don't trust their audience to come back. They're like, they're not going to come back if we don't give them a cliffhanger. And so they made a really dumb decision in making that cliffhanger. I don't think it was a smart decision, but they did that knowing they had a season 7 on the way, and then now, literally, they used to renew it like a couple days before this. Like I remember, season 6 was announced to be renewed like a few days before season 5 came out, and like season 7 was announced to be, you know, funded a few days before season 6. Like the premiere episode aired, but this was like a full week and a few days before season 7 hasn't even started. You know what I mean? They're getting really cocky, and they're also getting. You can really see now that they need it. Do you know what I mean? And I think people are going to start seeing that. People are going to start seeing.
I reckon.
Yeah, they're going to say, well, AMC clearly needs this show, and they need it to make money. They're not caring about us, like, you know, they're not trying to make good stories. They're just trying to make money.
People fucking love it, dude. I've seen so much shit that's been like, yes.
I don't think it's
How
going to happen. I
exciting.
don't think it's going to happen for a while.
Yeah.
I think it's still going up. I think the show's still got room
I used to love it, dude. I used to love it.
get more viewership, but it's going to slowly... It's going to peak, I reckon, soon.
Oh, I remember when Series 4 came out. I was so excited.
Man,
It's just
the
gone
show
so
used
downhill.
to be good and exciting and interesting.
Now it's all cliffhangers and
Now it's all cliffhangers, and the zombies aren't scary anymore. The last, I think, really, really good episode they had, where it was artistic and they were actually trying to do something with the zombies and the characters and all this stuff, was in season 4, the Grove, I believe is the name,
Grove, yeah.
with Tyrese and Carol and Lizzie and Mika. That was a great episode. I think that was one of my favorite episodes of the show. To be perfectly honest, I don't think they've done an episode that good on the show. And I think that was the last time they really showed that they were caring about the characters, you know? Like, you think, like, what episode has been great since then? Like, there's been action-packed episodes. Like, I remember the season 5 premiere was action-packed.
No Sentry, yeah.
And that, like, there's been action. There's been more action and stuff. But,
It's
like,
just mindless action, though.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just mindless action.
That's why I
And
tried
it's
to
like-
tell Aiden.
And, like, in season 6, in the first part of season 6, they literally had a entire, like, crater full of zombies. Because they were like, ooh, you know, let's up the ante.
Well,
And
we
it's
have
like,
to do that, you know.
Don't just put more in.
No,
Don't just put
no.
more. That's what's such a, you know...
Less is more.
The zombies aren't scary anymore, you know?
They don't use them well anymore. They don't use...
They don't use zombies well anymore.
They don't use characters well anymore.
Oh, goodness.
That's why I don't give a shit who dies.
I really don't care. People are saying, like, oh, I'm so passionate, like, I hope it's not this person.
Yeah.
I don't see why there's a...
Why you care so much.
Why you care so much about these characters. Because they've not done stuff with them. It should be a point now where they need to die, like... and I'm not saying, characters have to die but, the thing is, a character should be killed to create drama to move the show forward, and the show is having a bit of trouble, I think, because they're not really moving forward. They're getting into a routine. They're finding a place, staying at the place. People get angry that they're at the place and destroy their place, but they still survive and they move on to someone else, and the cycle continues.
Yeah.
That's what happened at the farm. That's what happened at the prison. That's what's happening at the Sanctuary Terminus is where it happened.
Yeah.
That's what's Alexandria. Sorry, that's what happened at Alexandria. And it's like, they're just getting repetitive, and it's just a shame that's where it is now.
I mean, I should be so excited that Negan's coming on.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Look, Negan's introduction was cool, but the other thing that's annoying is that they have to do the whole double shoot thing.
Ah.
They're introducing a character
That would piss me off so much as an actor.
Swears in the comic books, because Walking Dead is based on a comic book. Introducing a character who swears a lot in the comic books, and in the show they're not allowed to swear because, as I said, advertisers are there, and the advertisers won't allow you to swear because they might scare away the customers of the products and stuff. And so what they're doing is they want to stay true to the comics, so they're filming the episode twice. Pretty much. They film each scene with this character swearing.
That would annoy me so much.
And then each scene with the character not swearing. So that on TV, they can have the non-swearing version, and on the Blu-ray, they'll have the swearing version. And it's like, just give us the swearing version, I don't mind if the rating goes up. I'm not going to care. I know that they care because of the money, and that's what's the biggest shame.
That's pathetic, yeah.
Is that they are
it's so obvious
too
now.
ruled by money. You know what I mean? And that's what the this cliffhanger screams the fact that they need money, because it's like, oh, okay, obviously they're just there because they're just making the cliffhanger because they need people to tune back in, and they're like, we're desperate for money, and it's just frustrating.
It stopped being good a while ago.
Point we brought it up, Walking Dead got renewed for season 8 a week before season 7, and I'm not even excited for season 7, so they're gonna have to either fix the show before season 8 to get us excited, or just don't
I don't know.
so early.
I think it's too far gone.
I think it's too far gone. I think so as well.
That classic
as a bit
episode.
of a reference.
Yeah, love it.
But yeah, that was a good example of a character death.
That was meaningful and very impactful.
Meant something to the show. It brought the show forward.
Yeah.
And it's not like
it affected it really big. Yeah.
Here's the thing: they ended the second last episode with a cliffhanger of, oh, someone might die. They didn't. They didn't end episode 8 of season 4 with the governor walking around with his sword and then saying, I'm gonna kill one of you.
And then it ends.
And then he lifts up his sword and then it ends. And you don't know, is it Herschel? Is it Michonne? You know what I mean? They showed you him dying. They showed the reactions. And the reason people wanted to tune back in is because they wanted to see how the characters reacted to the death of this person who matters to the show.
Yeah, dude.
And by not even showing us who died, it's like the only reason people are tuning in is to see who died. Right?
And then when that's done, you
like,
ask
okay,
yourself,
that's who it was. No worries. And that was just frustrating. And ultimately, it's going to be disappointing because they're going to be like, they've built it up now. It's like, oh, someone's going to die. And someone's going to die. You'll be like, oh.
It'll probably be very...
Someone just died.
It'd be probably very underwhelming, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like,
I think. I completely agree. But the thing is, because they've set the bar high, if they had shown the person die, that would have been surprising because we're like, whoa. They did that for art, that's shit, they've killed this person, this character doesn't care. And then it also would have been like, wait a minute, how are they going to deal with this? How are these characters going to adjust to this person being dead? And it just would have given us an actual reason to keep watching and to keep, I don't know. It's
ridiculous.
Frustrating. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. I don't know. We're a bit on the sour side of the show right now.
Yeah.
Let's just say.
I guess we'll see how it goes. It's Monday it comes out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a shame. It's a shame. And I don't know why people like it so much.
Yeah.
That really upsets me because there's so many good shows out there that get nowhere near enough attention. and the internet loves it, and like
The Walking Dead.
yeah, they just love it, man.
Yeah.
They fucking love it, and it just annoys me how like stuff I feel deserves attention doesn't get it.
Yes, absolutely.
True art, which is beautiful,
Being made for the
for the viewers, for art. Walking Dead is clearly just a show for money, and so many people are hypnotized for it.
They're trying to be like, oh, we're making stuff to the comics, but they're changing stuff.
They're changing stuff left, right, and centre.
To make
They
money.
won't kill off
You know what I
Glenn.
mean? Like,
I don't hold that against me, because if they do, they're
the
not
thing
like a
is, they're
twat,
making they're putting it close to the comics, but like, if you think about what they did in season 6, they made it so like, you know how everyone was like, Negan, you know what I mean? Like, that is not something that happened in the comics, and they only did it in the show.
We're all Negan.
To throw off viewers.
Let me tease you the whole fucking series. Let me jerk you off a little bit. Like, it's
like
such a bullshit.
Like that. Just
it's such
get you and then stop.
And then they stop when you're getting good. And you're like, oh,
right close to come. They're like,
yeah,
no
no.
more. And they cover up and
And they go away for months on end. They don't finish the job, then you get blue balls and you're gone.
And then you get the bluest of balls.
That's The Walking Dead in a nutshell for you.
Talking about a good AMC show. Let's talk about a show that's actually not
Felina.
Felina
coming up tonight.
Is what you're gonna watch tonight. Are you watching it?
Well, I think so. Yeah.
So tonight, this guy, my friend Connor Hannum, is gonna watch the finale of Breaking Bad because he's been rewatching it with his family.
Yeah, rewatching it with a fam who have never
I'm so
seen
jealous
it.
of you. I love Breaking Bad
Sorry?
so much. I'm so jealous that you're watching it again.
Yeah, no, it's been such
show.
an amazing ride to rewatch it. It really has been quite the emotional journey. Like,
yeah.
Seriously, I was watching Ozymandias, which is the and we're going to talk about Ryan Johnson in a minute.
Yeah.
Ryan Johnson directed, who I'm so happy to see is on now because Ozymandias, like literally, there were like a few times in Ozymandias. I don't want to sound like a sook here, but I got misty eyed.
Yeah.
Like about 2 to 3 times.
Yeah.
Fucking muting this shit.
This? Yeah, we're both getting a call from a group chat.
What is it with text today? Yeah, like I got misty eyed. I didn't cry, but
Ozymandias.
there were like a few
Well,
things.
it's
like,
a great episode.
Like just I won't spoil it because I don't want to spoil it. But there's like a scene in, like Walt's house, and there's a line he says. He's like, we're family, and like rewatching it.
Yeah.
And knowing the family, it's like
oh my god.
I love the way the Bryan Cranston delivery. It's like, what the hell's wrong with you? We're family.
Yeah. Oh.
And then you see a shot of them. They're like scared of him. They're fucking terrified of him. And I'm like, that really got me. I was like, holy shit. And I think it's amazing, like Ozymandias that can do that to you. Like such a strong episode. And Ryan Johnson's directing it is fantastic. And now I'm so happy that he's behind episode 8. And now I'm so for it.
I didn't realize he was the director of that episode until recently. And the thing is, Ozymandias legit is one of the best episodes of television ever. It's like so, it's such a brilliantly made episode of television. It's a brilliant hour of viewing. Whether you're talking about a film, a TV show, like,
it's non-stop, really.
Oh my god!
And it's huge. So there's like a massive reveal in it. There's a character death.
Exactly.
There's
like
2 character deaths.
There's
a massive reveal in it.
And the way that they, present emotions and the plot, and it's so. I watched a video recently by this guy called the Nerd Writer. I'll give him a shout out because I love him. He's actually makes some good videos, but he makes some good videos about film and stuff. He was talking about Ozymandias, and he talked about how what makes it so good is that it's an episode of reactions. You know what I mean? You see Walt's reaction to what happens, in the desert. You see Skylar's reaction to everything. You see Marie's reaction. You see all these people's reactions, and it focuses it focuses so much on the way these characters are reacting to each other, and it just takes the time to give these characters their moment and to keep going. I'm just gonna give me 1 second audio beeps.
God,
I'm gonna carry on. One moment.
You poor things. You're just in the dark now.
I'm sorry, video watchers.
All the way when Daniel started this thing, he's like, "Yeah, my battery's fine." Do we have the same battery?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Okay, let me do some filler again. Yeah, so Ryan Johnson's directing episode 8 of Star Wars, which I'm so behind now, and I'm very behind that. So I'm happy with that. And we got Rogue One coming out. We got the new trailer for Rogue One came out a few days ago, which looks fantastic.
Fantastic.
I'm so happy with that trailer.
Well, hold on. So just quick. Well, I think we sort of said it, but Ryan Johnson's director. He's directing Star Wars, which now I have complete faith. I think episode 7 was good and fun, and I was kind of worried like how they're going to follow that up, but great director is behind it. You know what I mean? A director who arguably I think could do a better job than JJ. I really do think so.
Not
absolutely
J.J.
think
Abrams.
So. Speaking of Star Wars, Rogue One's coming up.
Mm-hmm. That look.
I haven't really hyped myself up for it.
Did you watch the new trailer?
Purposely. No, I haven't. I watched the very first, I think, teaser that was released.
It looks beautiful.
I wasn't really sold on the teaser, and I have chosen since then to not watch anymore.
Man, good
because my logic is like, my logic is that I want to be excited. I want to love this film. I don't really want to be hyped for it. I don't want to know anything about it going in, so I'll be excited.
Yeah, the last trailer did reveal a bit too much.
Not excited, but surprised. You know, I won't know what's in there, and I'll be like, "Whoa, this is crazy." So I that's how I've been going about it. But I'm still excited for it, but I'm not totally hyped for it. Like, I think it'll be good, but I'm not fully sold.
No,
I think is the best way to do it.
Go into a film, yeah.
Yeah. Look, we're getting pretty.
Yeah, we are. Good.
We're about an hour in.
Jeez.
So we're gonna have to finish up. We didn't cover all our topics, which I think is good.
Next week we will.
It means we we'll
this episode went a lot longer than we thought, but
but I think it was a nice
stuff.
Good chat. Finally, before we go
on.
quickly, we're just gonna talk about what we're up to, what we're going on. We always talk about that.
Yes, we do. We'll end it with what we're up to.
Yeah.
Do you want to start, Dan?
Well, I just yesterday, I filmed the thing I talked about in last week's podcast, the little news thing, the little Dan's little thing is the new name. It's a bit of a fun little Daily Show inspired kind of news talk thing. It's a bit of fun. It's just a little something that I want to do just so I can practice my sort of show presenting ability and ability to talk to the camera in a presenting style and to read a script and to be like a TV presenter kind of thing. Just because I like that. And so that's that. And then I was talking to Connor before we started as like a thing potentially maybe that I'll do, because he's been doing all these daily vlogs and I'm really loving him. I think he's doing a great job.
Thank you, Dan.
And I really respect his persistence to keep doing them and to keep uploading and all that stuff. So I think he's doing a great job. And I might give a crack at doing that myself. Maybe not daily.
You should do it, man.
First. Maybe not daily at first. Maybe I'll start off like once a week or twice a week, blah, blah, blah.
I reckon then first Dan should go for the daily.
I'll see how it goes, because I like the idea and I think you're doing a great job. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm planning to do. What about you, my friend?
Just this really.
Doing the daily.
Keep coming.
Yeah.
Got something exciting this week. We've got Aiden coming around on Sunday. We're going to watch episode 1 and 2 of Class. That's out this Sunday.
Okay.
Which I'm very
talk about it on the podcast.
Dude, I did not even think. Of course, you can come around if you want to.
Sweet, yeah.
If you want to, you can come around.
And then we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Like dope. It's something that I'm very excited for. And got Doctor Strange midnight screening going on Tuesday.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That'll be a fun thing to film. Graduating ETC. That's really it.
Graduation, yeah.
That's really it.
And the vlog's going fine. You going good with those?
Yeah, the past few days have been hard with my birthday and my party.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Filming has just been absolute pain. Like not because I don't want to do it, more because it's so hard to find the time, and stuff. So it's just been a bit hard for that point. But this week it should be fine. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I've been fine.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm overall. I'm just looking forward to moving on from school.
Yeah.
And just getting on with my life and doing what I want to do and just being who I want to be, I'm just excited for that.
Damn straight.
And on that
lovely
little note, we're going to finish things up.
Coolio. All right.
Thank you guys for watching. It's been a lovely
Apologies for me being sick this week. You could probably tell I wasn't very well.
Sorry about
That's
that,
fine.
guys.
Just next week I should be good. Should be. I need to stop drinking. That's
Should be.
That's it. It's the alcohol. God.
Yeah.
It's the alcohol. We should do a drunk podcast one day.
That would be hilarious. We'll organise that.
Yeah, we should so do that.
My word.
That'd be so good.
That'd be insane.
That'd be great.
All right, well,
maybe
on that little teaser note, thank you so much for watching. We're going to see you and...
All right, cool.
Goodbye.
Catch you later. Bye.